coming back to. He ran and jumped in that race and ran for Larry's seat. Now, Larry's not going to say on the air because he has loyalty for the Mitchells, but that's the God in heaven truth. But get them tapes from 1999, the same people who said they hated Martin O'Malley so much, they was calling for Martin O'Malley. They was calling for stop and frisk because they said desperate times call for desperate measures.
Thank you, Oscar. You've been here. You've been doing that for a long time. You wonder how people change, especially when it should be in our DNA about who we are.
I voted against O'Malley all the time, Patrick.
I tell you what, man, he had us all bamboozled. But when he arrested, 1/6 of the population? 1/6 of the population he put in jail. Young black people whose lives were ruined. I know 2 guys right now are in jail. They were perfectly great young men who were doing great things with their lives, and now they're in jail because when they went to jail, it hardened them, and they were never the same when they came out. And not only that, but the ACLU sued them about it, and many of those people have never received a dime from that. So what happened to that money, Baltimore? Again, you don't give a flying fahoonie about people who are treated unfairly by our system. By you're perpetuating it by the same thing of these lawsuits against the police department for beating and killing and maiming people and planting evidence and planting drugs on them and framing them. And everybody's up in arms about Marilyn Mosby purging these 790 people from their records because the cops that arrested them were somehow implicated in unfair play, and people have the nerve to talk about her, but nobody is talking about what we need to do about these cops to stop this madness. It's time for us to wake up, my people. It is time for us to wake up. Richard.
Yes.
What do you think about it, Bubby? You hold on here, too. I was reading backing the Pimlico plan can boost Hogan's city record. Aside from granting state funds for the demolition of vacant houses and funds and resources for police operations, there is not a lot that speaks to Hogan's support of the city. What do you say of that?
What?
Yes, they say he's not really rich. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to see. Look at this thing that's happening with the HBCUs. That is the biggest indicator that he's not a supporter of the city because of the HBCUs. The 2 of the major ones in this country are here in Baltimore, and he's lowballing them. And the judge said it should have been $1.1 billion that the schools owed, and he's offered them $200 million. So that's just a typical idea for me of why this man is shortballing and not trying to give Baltimore the attention that the city needs, considering it is the majority population in the state.
Well, I just look at this whole...
Hold on, Bubby. Go ahead, Richard.
I look at this whole Pimlico thing as a gigantic fiasco. I look at it that the rich are getting richer, the poor are going to get decidedly poorer very, very quickly. And nobody in this city is going to win.
Oh, yeah, somebody going to win.
Well, it's those with the money are going to win.
Right. Don't say nobody because that ain't true.
Only those with the money are going to win, but everybody else isn't. A lot of us are going to lose because we're going to get it right in the neck.
Yeah, all right, to tush. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to be nice today.
Well, I'm not. Calling it what it is. That's what it is. They're screwing us left and right. Every way we turn. These doggone speed cameras. I want y'all to drive down, what is that, Pratt Street? For one of the biggest thoroughfares in the city. And there is not one camera, one speed camera. People be turning on.
No, if you go up Park Heights on the other side of Northern Parkway, you don't see anything all the way to the
exactly, man. It's predatory. And I went to court last week, and I tell you what, I talked to that judge. She charged me $10 on that $40 ticket, but she also charged me $22 for court costs. So I still ended up paying. Then they charged me $2.50 to use my debit card, so I still ended up paying the $40 for the doggone ticket. Ernest, welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. Do you have a question or comment, sir?
Yeah, I have a comment.
Come forth.
Now, when they had that meeting over at Fox 45, they had former Commissioner Ed Norris over there.
God help us, yes.
He was the individual that brought zero tolerance down from New York.
Stop and frisk, right.
I have never heard anybody, no black person, they call out Martin O'Malley, but they don't call out Ed Norris.
Yeah, because he was
Norris
gone.
And it was Norris and Maples that brought all of that down.
Right. Stop and frisk brought him down and had him on the stage. And heard,
The other night at Coppin, right.
Yeah, Coppin. And I heard, why are you afraid of Ed Norris? He's a convicted felon. He shouldn't be talking about crime. He was stealing money from the fraternal, the Signal 13 Fund for people that lost their husbands and sons in the line of duty. This guy was stealing money from him.
And Fox 45 got him up on. They said the people booed him, right? From what I read.
Some people booed him, but they stayed in there. They should have. Every black person said, "Well, I heard him say it wasn't about Ed Norris. It was about Ed Norris because white people do things like this to see how far they can insult you."
Man, don't get me started, Ernest, about that cop down there that got them 10 years and that judge hugging her and that cop doing it. I heard what the judge said. She was on Tamron Hall talking about it, what happened, that the court was over, so she was no longer in court, so she was going over and giving her a hug was appropriate, and the woman that was fixing her hair was actually checking for contraband because they couldn't get her into the jail quick enough. But that woman was massaging her hair. I've seen somebody strip down and search. That was no search. She was massaging her hair and to relax her and to get her to just get ready for that time she's getting ready to do in jail. And black people are saying, she's saying that the brother of Brother Botham should have done what he did. Why do we keep forgiving white people who kill our family members and in cold-blooded murder? And this is what we're getting here at my church over there. Why? We'll never forget these people came in, these white missionaries, and painted all these white Jesuses on the walls at my church, and I pitched a fit. And the pastor we had at the time, he says, you're absolutely right. How these young black kids gonna come in there and see a white Jesus? That's what they want to do. So we paid somebody to paint that Jesus black. And some of the people complained about that. What the hell is wrong with us?
Yeah, and you remember the latest shooting that they had in Baltimore County where the black person allegedly stabbed some people. You remember that?
Yeah, go ahead.
When he was walking away from the police.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the tape real good, they were saying drop the knife, but he didn't have a knife in his hand. Right. He had a handkerchief in his hand, and they shot him multiple times.
Yeah.
And nobody, and this state's attorney out there, Schellenberger, who's probably allegedly, I say alleged, probably receiving money from the Fraternal Order of Police, number 4. This is why he doesn't prosecute police officers when they do something. Now, they saw that tape, and the kids that hit Caprio, ran over in the car, they didn't receive justice. I mean, they should have been punished for something.
Right. Oh, those boys that shot that cop. Yeah,
the
ran
teenager. Into Caprio.
Right.
He jumped in front of the car with the gun out, where she never should have did that. They don't teach that in the academy. But they should have been charged with burglary, but not no felony murder. The ones that was in the house that didn't know what was going on at the time. So, although they got time, they did not receive justice.
No, they didn't. What about the police in Fort Worth? They just walked in that woman's house, and they called, or the neighbor called the police because he saw her front door.
Window. They shot her through a window.
A window? No, they didn't.
Window. And guess what he said?
What?
I asked to see her hands.
Yeah.
Show me your hand. Well,
in the
you
dark.
can have a gun in your own house.
Right, exactly. But the thing of it is,
show me your hands.
But the front door was open, which is why the neighbor called, because he was worried because the front door was open with the light on. Why did he not go?
A lot of these police now belong to these white supremacists.
Yes, sir.
Like the Vikings.
Yes, Ku Klux Klan.
And they wear this white supremacist Nazi tattoos on them. You know, like a cross, the Nazi cross, and all that. And I think they have to, in order to be just like any other gang. In order to be in the gang legally, you have to kill a black person. You have to kill a black person. Otherwise, why would you shoot through a window? And then they had another police that shot an individual that was nude.
Right.
He didn't have. He was a black male. He was had been in the service, suffering from service type mental problems,
shell shock,
shell shock, and all that. Nude. He shot him 2 times and said he was in fear.
Right,
of his life,
which is just a crock. And so you thinking that it's an initiation, they have to kill at least one for credentials?
That's my opinion.
Well, I tell you, we can't think.
And guess what?
What?
The way the news go on, they know that boy didn't have no knife in his hand when the time the police shot him. But if you heard any of those news stations say,
out in the county of Baltimore, you're speaking. Yes,
but they know he didn't. You can Google it. Get Rodriguez to Google it, and you'll see, because I did, that he didn't have.
I saw it on
hand,
yeah.
And plus, he was walking away.
Yes,
he had left that area.
Yeah.
Plus, if he had stabbed somebody in those stores, all those stores have tapes in them.
Whoa!
All those stores have tapes in them. How come they haven't showed us a tape of that? Him actually in the act of stabbing somebody. One thing I know, nobody was killed. We don't know who attacked who. But this white supremacist, and because we got this orange head in the White House, that they think they can get away with it.
All right, Ernest, thank you so much. I just let you keep talking because you're a former policeman, and you're right. The injustice is just outrageous. I was just reading an article here on Facebook talking about the number of cops that are in extremist groups that are allowed to stay there, and the police departments know that they are a member of those organizations. We're in trouble. We are. But the thing of it is that they can't stop, they can't kill us all, although they're trying very slowly. One way they're doing it is the lead in the water, the lead in the paint still in our houses. That's killing our children, future generations. We need to stand up, you all. Don't make me cry. But we do need to stand up. We need to stop this madness. They're killing us slowly but surely, sometimes quickly. We can do something about it. We just need to come together. Thank you all. Thank you, Bubby, for your help today. We really appreciate you. Richard, you're always a blessing to us. Thank you, and you be well, my brother.
Gentlemen, let me give you a few words of advice.
Quickly.
It's time. The status quo has got to go.
Yes, sir. Woo! I like that. I'm going to write that one down. I agree with you. You feel better, my brother. And James C. Moran, if you're listening, we're praying for you. You be well, my brother, too. And for all of you that got a little fleur or something today, just look up and live and bless God for the opportunity to say thank you. You've been listening to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People here on WOLB 1010 Baltimore. Join us every Sunday at 3:30 on Spirit 1400 AM. And then you can reach us every Monday here on WOLB 1010 Baltimore. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Radio 1, for this opportunity. God have blessings on this corporation in our city. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
WOLB Baltimore and WERQ FM HD3 Baltimore.
The views and opinions of the guest and host you hear on 1010 WOLB
are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio 1, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Join us for the First Lady Tea Luncheon on Saturday, October 26th at Martin's West for the 3rd annual First Ladies Tea. Marette Brown Clark will be hosting an amazing afternoon of food, fun, and inspiration as we honor the fabulous